agreement between the American government and the Nigerian government has since impacted on the price of crude. We have seen reduction from above $100 per barrel to around $80, $90 per barrel. That is where the range is. It's much expected because the price jump was as a result of instability and future expectation in price. Back home, we expect price of PMS, LPG, diesel, and all other byproducts to come down. But we might not see that on the immediate because in economics, prices are sticky. In the immediate, we can see some gradual reduction. What can make that happen very sporadically is supply. And when I say supply, I'm talking of volume, and I'm also talking of options. Consumer becomes supreme, or consumer is a king when he has options. Options mean we do not have a sole seller, we do not have a sole provider, we have multiple channels from which we can buy. So for us at home, we know we have our peculiar challenges. Perhaps the sole provider of PMS, diesel, and so many other products in Nigeria today is Dangote Refinery. That does not mean that others don't have some form of production that they do. But when we talk about significant production, and this is not to criticize what the refinery is doing, this is a wake-up call, which I've mentioned since 2019 to today, that we need to have provide reasonable competition before the refinery came on board. Now the refinery is here. How do we ensure that we have competition to improve supply, to even make that refinery more efficient? And clearly it's not going to be government-owned refinery, because I remember I was interviewed, I think by this show or the show after, a number of years back, when government celebrated that our own refinery are now back. And it was more like shaming some of us that says that do not solely rely on government refinery, except it's going to be done, it's going to be managed purely by private individuals. Why we do not gloat? Because I will never gloat. A month after that refinery was celebrated, I'm wondering if we can have a 1 liter or a bottle of Coke of PMS come from that refinery as of this morning. My point is, we need private sector refinery to be multiple in our country, why we don't kill the one that is saving us right now. And people have said, oh, maybe we should turn to importation. My approach to importation has been very clear. It is not bad to say we should turn to importation, as we have been advised by some international organization. But my worry is that Nigeria's currency, the naira, is very sensitive to importation in volume when it comes to what we need. And the truth is, if we import and there is a exchange rate volatility like we have seen, also supply volatility as we have seen in war between America and Iran, we are only telling the local manufacturer that the market can buy, you can also increase your price. So the best approach to all of this is for us to look inward and produce. Look for more supply to produce. I understand that there is one other refinery coming up to the stream. I wish government will provide all necessary support to any other person, just as we have supported and we have seen the benefit of having our own local refinery to work. What is the gain on our economy? The gain should have been price and also output. Revenue is not complete when you have only price and you don't have significant output. Ordinarily, as a nation, we should be doing not less than 2.3 million barrels, and that is just being charitable. But when you look at the numbers, we're not doing up to 2 million barrels a day. We're not doing up to 1.6 million barrels on the average a day. What does that mean? We wasted the war that could have benefited us, that could have helped us in revenues, which would have spent to improve schools, we could have spent to keep our hospitals, we could have spent to increase the volume of our road, we could have spent to empower our military to combat ongoing insecurity that we're experiencing in our country.